strong fella out here. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Milwaukee, please welcome Mr. AJ Grill. And what type of Billy Deuce, everybody, huh? Hell yeah. You guys made it? It's freezing out there, huh? Yeah. I realize when it gets this cold, I dress like a homeless guy. And I know that because we were in Sioux City, and yesterday I was walking around downtown, and a homeless guy yelled at me, he goes, "Hey, where are you going? The warming shelter's that way." And I don't like conflict, so I was like, okay, thank you, got it. Good. Hell yeah, happy to be here, Des Moines. I'm from here. I moved away 13 years ago, and I remember when I moved away, I thought to myself, well, there's no way Ankeny could get any worse.
Yeah.
Hey, Joaquin, you better not be laughing, okay? Who saw that glow up coming? Nobody! I'm a millennial. Clap it up, millennials. We in here, millennials? Wow. That was exciting claps. Usually it's the saddest claps I've ever heard. You guys, like, we blew all our money on this tonight, so. Happy and fancy place. Very good. Excellent. Married millennials, clap it up. Married millennials. Much less excited claps. Did you notice that? Yes. Incredible. I've been with the same one for 10 years. We are not married, which is a touchy subject for one of us. And the one that's not getting mistaken for homeless guys. Very good. We've been together, we've been living in sin for like 9 years, all right? And I know. And when you live with someone that long, you have to start making compromises in the relationship, right? And she's not so good at the compromise part, but she's really great at making a rule. Ooh, loves a rule, fantastic, had a rule. Sort of the czar of rules in our household, if I do say myself, you know? And she started making, so like, she has like a lot of bathroom rules. And she started making so many of them that I felt like I had to start making my own to be equal in the relationship, you know? Because I'm a feminist and all that. And, okay, like for instance, okay, she has this one rule where when you get out of the shower, you have to close the shower curtain so no mold forms. Okay, I'm seeing some nods, okay, all right. So I have this new rule where when I get out of the shower, I can use any towel in the bathroom to dry my taint. It's clean, no mold's gonna form, all right? She's got this other rule where you have to put the toilet seat lid on the closed after you're done using the toilet. And I have this new rule where after 10 p.m., I can pee on the floor a little bit. I'm 6 foot tall, I've had a few, I'm gonna miss, okay? That's just physics, all right? A parabola of sorts. Her last rule is that you have to put all your dirty clothes in the hamper after you're done undressing in the bathroom. And I just want to say, I agree with that rule because I don't want to get any piss on my clothes. So that's a good rule, babe. I like that one. I love her a lot. She tolerates me. I think her biggest gripe with me is probably that I snore. I'm a snorer, all right? And being a snorer is a lot of being a blackout drunk. Because you wake up and people are just mad at you. And you're like, what'd I do? They're like, you fell asleep. I'm like, was I at the wheel? They're like, no. I'm like, what the fuck's the problem? Like, were you snoring? Oh, you think I was doing that on purpose? You think I like feeling this way? Very good. She gets me back though. She gets me back because what she'll do is she'll wake me up in the morning and she'll wake me up by whispering things in my ear she just heard on the news in the next room. Terrifying. That means like 3 times a week I'll wake up and she'll be like, hey, a school bus just crashed outside of Cleveland, Ohio. 2 dead, 11 injured. Do you want me to start the coffee? I'm like, no, keep your haunted brew, witch. What? No. And it's never anything nice, you know? It's never anything like, hey, did you remember that dog from Air Bud? They started a no-kill shelter in his name. They just saved their 10,000th dog. So it's like, hey, a pet land just burned down. The guinea pig carnage is unheard of. Terrifying. She's a strong-willed woman. Some would say stubborn. I would never say that, but some might say stubborn. Oh, don't be on her side. What the hell? You guys pulled back on that. I come from a family of strong-willed women. My grandma, she was really strong-willed lady. I loved her a lot. We lost her a couple years ago. She died. We didn't like lose her in the gift shop at a Cracker Barrel. Dude, have you seen Grandma? She was just by the hard candies and the bedazzled pink cowboy hat. I don't know where she got to. No, she died, and we loved her. I loved her a lot, and she was a really cool lady. And a couple things you gotta know about her is, one, she had Parkinson's disease. All right, pretty sad. But the second thing you gotta know about her is she was a proud concealed carry permit holder. Okay, I'm with it, all right, I'm with it. I just didn't know you could keep your permit once you got diagnosed with Parkinson's. I did not know that was in the cards. And a number of years back, we went over to Grandma's house for her birthday. What did Grandma get for her birthday? A shiny new handgun. And we walk in the living room and she's got it out for the whole world to see. Just shaking it around. This is a special handgun. It's got a laser pointer on it that she's used to play with the cats, you guys. Now, I don't know a ton about gun safety, I'll admit that to you, all right? But if I read a book on gun safety now, chapter 1's gonna be, hey, don't let the old one with Parkinson's use a laser pointer handgun to play with a cat. Chapter 2, how to clean your gun, I think. I don't really know, you know? Because she got the gun because she was worried about being robbed in the tough suburbs of Des Moines, Iowa. You guys should hear the pop that gets other places. They think it is just the funniest thing they've ever heard. But that's why she got the gun. She's afraid of being robbed. And listen, I've never participated in home robbery, right? But I imagine... Are you surprised by that? Why was that? That's the weirdest reaction I've ever gotten. Is it my robber-esque beanie? What's going on? I'm not shitting. After the show last night, I did that homeless joke, and this guy came up to me after the show, he's like, I think it's the beanie, bro. What does that even mean? I don't think she's ever gonna have to use that gun. I don't. Cause like imagine if you're gonna rob a house, you gotta walk around, you know? You gotta case the joint a little bit, right? So imagine this robber, he's like peering in my grandma's windows, and all he sees is just this old woman sitting on the couch. Here, Madeline. Here, Madeline. Here, kitty. There's a pile of cat carcasses in the corner, the TV's all shot up. Nobody's going in there. Only in the Midwest, dude. As you guys already know, I'm a Midwest boy, born and raised. No place like the Midwest. And I do a thing about the Midwest. I just want to let you know, I've been everywhere there's ever been in the Midwest doing this dumb thing you're watching right now, okay? And here's my take on the Midwest. It's all just the same place, okay? It's just, people get mad at me when I say it. It's all the same place, all right? It truly is, okay? And I'm not gonna make fun of you. Clap if you think that Iowa is the best state in the Midwest. Go ahead. That's natural. It's wrong. We all know it's Wisconsin, but that's okay. Sweet. Because here's what I'll concede. We do have some culture here in the Midwest. Okay, we have two kinds of people here in the Midwest. We have lake people, and we have river people. Lake people, river people, different people. All right. They are. You guys have spent about 10 minutes with me. You already know I'm a river person through and through. Okay. It's deep in my blood. It's deep in my genes. It's so deep in my genes they're cut off in the summertime. You understand? All right? And I've been living in Wisconsin so long now that I have friends who have lake homes, right? And you go to a lake home, what is it? It's nice, you know? There's like a dock and a pontoon boat and the fire pit's landscape because their dad's an orthodontist or whatever. And in college, well, Kirkwood Community College. I met this guy and his family had a place on the Wapsie-Pinnakin River, okay? Yep. Well, it wasn't a house, we didn't call it the river, it was just a trailer up on some blocks, okay? Call it the River Shack, okay? And would we go down to the River Shack in the summertime if it wasn't flooded out? Absolutely we'd go down there, for sure, 100%. But you go down to the River Shack, is there a pontoon boat? No. Is there a dock? Absolutely not. Is there a fire pit? Yes. The fire pit, just a tire. The fire, also just tires, just a tire fire down by the river. You're gonna lie away, man. And occasionally I'll get to go and I get to perform in like these dirty little river towns. And I have a special name for people who live in these little river towns. I call them scuds. That's what I call them. Scuds. Because we do scud stuff. Like here's an example, I don't smoke cigarettes. If I'm walking on the sidewalk and I see a pack on the ground, I'm gonna kick it just a little bit and see if there's one in there, all right? That's scud stuff. Some of you are finding out your scuds in real time. I like that, that's good. Sometimes I'll chew off my fingernail and use it as a toothpick, okay? Don't do that to me, that's my culture. Don't you do that to me. And a number of years ago, I was in Clinton, Iowa. Did you hear that? Oh, that was a collective, oh. Just a filthy, filthy little river town. Dystopian in its filth. And I was there. I was doing a show with another comedian friend of mine. His name is Donnie Townsend, or Donnie T. And he's very funny, and he's the only guy that I know. We do the show, and the show goes great, right? And so afterwards, we're hanging out the river, people hanging out the scuds. And pretty soon, he just disappears. He's just gone for about an hour. And finally, he comes back, and the first thing he does is puts his finger right in my mouth. Just real river people behavior, you understand, okay? And that's when I feel a little something in my mouth. I said, Donnie, what is that? He says, that is a tab of acid. And I said, shit, okay. I was like, Donnie, where on earth did you breathe this tab of acid in this sea of scuds? He's like, don't worry about it, man. I just got out this girl I met back here. Her name's Atlanta. And I said, shit, okay? Listen, people with geographic names, dangerous people, scary people, all right? Sure, Austin and Charlotte, you get a pass. But if you meet a chick named Atlanta, you go the other way. That's her rally, scram, you know? And pretty soon, I got to meet Atlanta. I cannot make this up, okay? I got to meet Atlanta. She comes crutching up to me, one leg. Swear to God, okay? She leans in real close and she goes, hey, did Donnie give that to you? And I say, unfortunately, yes he did. She says, well, how do you feel? And I said, we'll see, Atlanta. We'll see. Those are river people, okay? You know what happened the last time I went to a lake home? I did cocaine on a jet ski, all right? Different strokes for different folks. This is the part of the set where I let you know that I am a teacher in the daytime. I teach. Okay. Concerned laughter. I'm familiar. Am I good? You guys like, we heard there's a teacher shortage. We did not know they were hiring Jimmy John's drivers. That's insane. I don't teach in the classroom, so calm down, all right? I teach field trips. Hurtful laughter every time. I actually paid $1 million to do that job. Every single one of you in this room remembers going on field trips. You remember the whole week leading up? You're like, I can't wait to fuck off so hard. Who's gonna stop me? Justin's mom? That's what I do all day. I teach a lot of middle school boys in Milwaukee. And I once got bullied so bad by a 7th grader, I changed my physical appearance. I had long hair for about 10 years, and I cut it all off because one day a 7th grader came up to me and said, Mr. AJ, you look like that YouTuber Moist Critical. You look like the YouTuber Moist Critical. Because I'm 34, okay? I was like, is this some kids are calling each other gay now? Like, what'd you say to me? Huh? Punch a 14-year-old. They always get me with the lingo, man. Because that first thing my students want to know, the boys, they always want to know, like, Mr. AJ, you got a girlfriend? I was like, yeah, I got a girlfriend. They're like, ooh, Mr. AJ got a girlfriend. They're like, Mr. AJ, is she bad? I'm like, yeah, she's bad at a lot of stuff, actually. Getting stuff off the top shelf, cooking scrambled eggs, showing affection in a meaningful way. Yeah, she's But I said yes, and they got psyched, like, oh, Mr. Rady, she bad. Mr. Rady, she got a big old booty. And I was like, oh, bad, like hot, like I'm doing the lingo math in my head. And I'm their teacher, so I don't want them to feel like I'm lying to them. So I was like, yeah, she's got a big old booty. And they got hyped together, like, oh, Mr. Rady, she got a big old booty. Mr. Rady, she got some big old knockers. I was like, hey, cut it out, you little purse, all right? What are you trying to make me moist cripple in my pants over here? As I'm calm down. So I'm learning the lingo. It's weird teaching kids nowadays. Like, do you guys remember in like 2014 when white women started naming their kids like Braxton and Cashton and like Bexley and shit?
Bexley.
It was like Pinterest. I don't know why we started doing that. I'm not really sure. Because now people my age are just naming their kids nouns now. I taught a 4-year-old once. His name was Danger. Danger. I was like, hey, can we just call him Dan for a few years? Like, let's figure out if he's a danger, you know? Like, I just don't get it. Like, do those parents think that celebrities with nicknames, do they think that their parents named them that? Like, do they think that American Daredevil, Evil Knievel's parents named him Evil? Because they didn't. They named him Craig, okay? That's what they named him. If you want to give your kid a shitty name to live up to, we have a whole Rolodex of those. Like, did anyone in here go with a Seth? Ugh. Dude, I grew up with a kid named Shad. Shad. That sounds like you took shit and Chad and smashed them together. That sounds like you asked mom, like, who's the dad? She's like, shit, Chad, you know? And that's what we're gonna name the little guy. Gonna name him Shad. He's gonna frustrate a lot of parole officers for sure. Here's my favorite name that's not a real name. And I have had people in the audience with this name, and if you're in here, identify yourself. Gage. No gauges? Yeah, they wouldn't let him in the door, probably. That's First, I want to say a gauge is not a name. A gauge is what I use to tell how much gas is left in my car, all right? Gauge is also what Shad had in his ears. Okay, that's anyone in here, anyone know a gauge? Like pretty well? Yeah, okay. I need a hand. You guys, there's so many of you. Yeah, okay, right here, sir, the beer, yeah. You know a gauge pretty good? Okay. It's a pretty standard question, a yes or no question, for the most part. You know him. Okay, how old is he? 17, okay. I don't know if I can do this joke about a minor. I don't know if I want to. It feels a little icky to me. Anybody else know a gauge? You know a gauge? Yeah? Pretty well? Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a yes or no. You do or you don't. Okay. How old is he? 31. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Does he vape? Yeah. You guys, okay, at one point I was 8 for 8. I'm 8 for 8 with gauges, okay? 8 times and 8 times. I gauge the audience said, if I reach in your pocket, do you want to, I was right, okay? And then, now I'm like 9.5 out of 10, okay? I had a young man at the show. He said, yep, I'm Gage. I said, Gage, if I reach in your pocket, I'm at your car, you know, I'm in your house, do you own a vape? And he was like, oh, bro, I just quit. And I was like, Gage, you can't quit. Popcorn along is for Gages, you were born for this, my man! But then he said the most beautiful thing that Gage has ever said. He was like, oh, bro, I just switched back to Newports. Hey, I'm an AJ Grill. You guys went so freaking fun, man. I appreciate that. I know who you're out here too. You ready for your headliner tonight? All right? He's a New York Times best-selling author. He's got millions of followers, even more millions of views. He's so funny. Please go crazy for the very funny Charlie Bailey!